Hey everyone, welcome to Learning SQL Episode 1, the select statement. In this episode, we're going to be covering the select statement in its most basic form to kind of learn the base functionality of the select statement. So let's jump in. So the first thing we want to do is we want to select which database we want to apply our commands to. So in this case, we want to use the Sequila demo database from MySQL. So we're going to execute the command use Sequila. Next, we're going to write a basic select statement to pull some data from our database. And over here on the left, you can see the tables that we have in our Sequila database. We have tables like actor, address, category, customer, film, in these various tables. Let's start off by selecting from customer. So I'm going to first write select, and then now we want to say what we want to select. And it's good practice to always start off by maybe selecting everything so we can see what's available to us. And we do that by using the asterisk. Next, we want to say where we want to get our data from. So we type the from clause, and then we just say the name of the table. So in this case, we want to select everything from customer. We end with a semicolon, and we can go ahead and execute that statement. And you can see that we pull our table, and we have all the columns and all the data within that table, which is great. But let's say we want to exclude some of these columns. For example, you can see things like customer ID, store ID, address ID that are just integers that don't actually make sense to the common user. So let's exclude those, and we just want to select first name, last name, and email. So we're going to do a very similar query. We're just going to make a couple of changes. So we're going to start again with the select statement. Next, we're going to list the columns that we want to select separated by a comma. So let's start with first name, last name, and finally email. And again, we want to say where we're getting that data from. So we'll use the from clause and then give our table name, customer, end with a semicolon. Let's go ahead and execute that. And now you can see our results just have first name, last name, and email. All right, well, I hope you play around with it a little bit more, try it on some different tables and some different columns. But until then, I'll talk to you soon.